Hey guys, what I'd like to do in this video is show you an example of a YouTube copyright situation, and it's one where I cannot win. This was 100% my fault. So yesterday I recorded the review for this mini PC, the Ace PC mini PC, and I recorded the review for my technology YouTube channel. Now, in part of the review, I wanted to show how this PC handles games. I wanted to show gaming performance. So I played Asphalt Legends 9, but in the background of that video, there was music playing. There was a few different songs playing. And as you would expect, I got a copyright claim for those songs. So I decided to re-record that the video to edit that out, and I published the video today. But the video I uploaded yesterday is this one here. And you can see it here in YouTube, copyright claim. And if I hover over it, the video was found to contain copyrighted material. The copyright owner is allowing its use in some countries, but the video cannot be monetized by the uploader. So I spent about 8 hours testing the PC and reviewing it and recording and editing, but I cannot profit from that because I had the music from someone else and I didn't have a license for it. Now, I'm not here to say that that's not fair because I did use their copyrighted music. I did. That was 100% on me. This is not a rant about the copyright system per se. YouTube's copyright system does have its problems, but in this instance, it was 100% my fault. Now, if I click through to the video, I'll show you what you see from my end. So you can see here, monetization ineligible. I can't display a banner. I cannot make any money from that video. And this gives you a summary. You can see the summary here. And you can see that it's partially blocked. And there's actually two different songs being copyrighted here. So two different companies have claimed copyright. Now, if you're not aware of this, there's a few different options that you have as a YouTuber here. And you can remove the claimed content, or do you have the rights to this content dispute? So what I will say is, if you dispute this, in most situations, you will not win that dispute. It's heavily favored towards the people who own the content, the people who have the license for that content. It's not always the actual band or the creator of the music. Sometimes it's a company representing them. There are some instances where you will have to click the dispute button, right? There are some instances of that because, for example, I could purchase a license for music and then some other company will claim, there's bogus companies that do this, that claim copyright of a song, but then I have purchased a license for it, so I can raise a dispute and say, I have a license for this. So in instances like that, you should raise a dispute. But YouTube does give you some other options. They allow you to trim out the segment, replace the song, or mute the song. Now, replacing the song doesn't really work. Certainly if you're talking over the song, it just doesn't work. Neither does muting the song if you're talking it. It just doesn't work. And editing out, replacing and trimming out the segment, it doesn't really work either. Now, it's good that YouTube has these options to just simply remove the part of the video, because you can have a 30-minute video, but the copyright claim might only be for 10 seconds or 5 seconds or a minute. And it makes sense, just remove that copyright claim and just keep the video as it is. It's not really practical to do that though. The reason being that your video will be pretty crappy because it'll be disjointed. It's not going to flow correctly, and at one point in the video, you're going to refer to something which isn't even in the video anymore. So, there are a few situations where you can simply just trim out a part of the video, but for the style of videos that I do, where I'm talking all the time, it just isn't practical. So I did not raise a dispute at all, and I did not trim out the segment. What I chose to do was re-edit the video. I re-recorded the clips again and I re-edited it, and now I have this video. This is the one that I uploaded today, and you can see that monetization is on. Absolutely no problems. Now, it wasn't an easy decision to do that per se, because at first I was like, is it even worth the hassle here? Because I had to spend another hour and a half recording some clips, editing those clips, and then re-encoding the video and all that and tidying it all up. It took me about an hour and a half to get through it all. The reason I did do it is because I did spend about 7 or 8 hours editing and recording yesterday, and the thought of someone else making money from that was annoying me. But not only that, I mean, there was always a risk that this video could go viral. It could, have tens of thousands of views. And in that situation, I wouldn't have got any income. So I could have spent a full day working on this review. It could have generated thousands of dollars potentially, or hundreds of dollars, and I wouldn't have seen a cent because I had played a song in the background for like 30 seconds. Now, again, I'm not trying to say that's unfair per se. I did use someone's copyrighted material, the music in the background. In my defense, I was trying to show the game and show how the game worked, etc. But that is kind of the decision that you have to make. And it was a hard decision at first, but when I started thinking about it, I thought, you know what? It just makes sense to edit the video. It just makes sense. Now, this was the original video that I uploaded, and you can see the Ace PC here. This is the mini PC which I show, and you can see it here in the video. But then later on in the video, I did this. I showed you the gameplay, and I showed you this game, which is obviously muted right now, and I showed me playing the game. What I did in the re-edit of the video was I recorded that part again, and you can see here that I'm down in the bottom left now. So previously I had my webcam there. I decided to move it down to the bottom left, but you can't hear this right now. But the most important thing about this re-edited video is that I didn't have any music playing. I had sound effects, but I didn't have any music playing. So if I don't know if you're able to hear that actually. No, I don't have any music playing just there. But the key thing there is that I didn't have music playing. I had sound effects, and that was it. So that was, I think it was, once I really understood what was going on, I think it was an easy decision. Just re-record that part of it, insert it into the video, and re-upload it. Now, one of the reasons it was an easier decision for me is because the video was claimed, the copyright claim was put in almost instantly. So once I uploaded the video, YouTube recognized immediately that there was a copyright claim. It was all automatic, and I got informed there was a copyright claim pretty much as soon as it was uploaded. So the video wasn't published, and it wasn't online, so it was an easy decision in that respect. But sometimes the decision is not as easy as that. I've had many claims in the past where a video's got tens of thousands of views, it's got hundreds of comments, and then a copyright claim comes in several months later. And it's a much more difficult decision then, because YouTube doesn't give you an option of simply replacing a video. You have to upload a totally new video. Now, if you trim out the segment, you keep the same video URL, but if you re-edit the video and upload it again, etc., you get a new video URL, which means new comments, new views. And I've did this a few times, and I didn't get the same number of views and comments. Now, the practicality of that is that when a copyright claim comes in several months later, it's just not practical to re-record most of the time. You might not even have the equipment that you had, like in a year's time. I might not own this PC, for example. Or you might have been doing a news story or something, and that news story is old news. So there's a lot of situations like that where it just isn't practical to re-record. So in those situations, a lot of the time it's better to just, lose this one and go, right, learn from your mistakes and let that copyright claim remain so that person continues to have that. But YouTube's copyright system isn't perfect. I've had it where I had a 3-second jingle for a machine, where a machine loaded up and it played a little jingle, and for a 30-minute review, someone claimed that video. So I just edited it, uploaded it again. But it can be a difficult decision as to know what to do. Do you trim it online? Do you dispute the video? Do you re-edit and upload? Or if once time has passed, is it easier just to keep the copyright claim there? It's not easy, guys, but the best thing to do is simply, don't put yourself in that situation. I don't actually display any, play any music in any of my videos. I try not to. The only time I've music played is at the end of a video, and I do have the license for that. But even that can be risky because copyrighted music can be transferred to different parties in the future as well. What I try to do though is I don't play background music, I don't play movie clips, I don't do anything that could risk my account being compromised or risk videos not being monetized correctly. A lot of people claim fair usage, but it's very risky to do that, and YouTube normally favors the copyright owners in any kind of dispute. So you're not going to win many of these disputes unless you've actually purchased a license for the music or for the video, etc. So I'm not saying I've got any answers with this, guys. A lot of people treat these copyright claims in different ways, but those are kind of the main options that you have available to you. But I thought I would show you anyway, guys, just show you a situation where this was 100% my fault. I think that was the most annoying aspect of all of this, it was 100% my fault. I knew when I recorded the footage that there was a risk of it being copyrighted, and as soon as I uploaded it, I got the claim. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so please do leave a comment below. And until next time, take care.